So the second part of our last request was to add a way for users to be able to reuse images across different content. Now there are a few different solutions in the works for Drupal 8 at the time of this recording, but a common one that's ready right now is IMCE. So let's install that. I'm going to go to project/IMCE on Drupal.org, and I'm going to copy the link to the tarball to the latest recommended version for Drupal 8. I'll go back to our site, go to Extend and Install New Module. I'll paste in the URL and click Install. Now let's enable it. I'll search for IMCE, and we'll check this and install. And now let's see how this works. I'm going to go back to our text formats, and let's edit basic HTML again. I'll go to Configure. And now in the toolbar options, we have our image, and then we have IMCE image. You can hover over these to see a tooltip that will let you distinguish between the two. Okay, I'm going to drag it over here next to the other image. Eventually, we'd want to remove one of these to make it clear how the user was supposed to add an image. And let's see how this works. I'll click Save Configuration. Now let's go back to our test page here. I'm going to go to Content in a new tab and edit Delete Me. And now we have the second image icon here. So I'll go to a new line and click this. And what we see here is a full listing of the folders inside of our files directory on Drupal. We can drill into any of these to see the files in them. So here's our staff, and we can click on the images to see a preview down below. And if we want to insert the image, we can double click it, and there it is. So this is a pretty straightforward way to allow reusing images in multiple places. There are a couple of potential gotchas though. One is that the ability to navigate all of these folders could be a little confusing, but in the configuration for IMCE, we can specify a particular folder that the user can draw from based on their user role. So for administrators, maybe we want to be able to pull from all of these folders, but for an authenticated user, maybe we would have a specific folder for them to share with other users. We can also use this tool to upload new images and delete and resize them. Now, when we resize images, I'm going to go to Staff again, and I'll select Bobby and resize. We have the option to create a copy. If we don't, then we'll perform a destructive action on the original image, something that we can't undo. So it's important that we set permissions properly so that users don't accidentally delete or modify images that they shouldn't.